onto the lower legs. This is a problem area for a lot of people that run, especially if you've just upped your mileage or intensity or just getting into running. So we do a lot of, as you've probably seen, somebody stretching their calf muscle this way, which is important for that muscle that runs along the back of your leg. But we also need to stretch the soleus muscle down here, and that's important to bend your knee because this one does not cross your knee joint. So I love the thinker stretch for this one. And you can even just sit here while you watch TV or read or at work or whatever it is, and just try to pull your toe towards your shin, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch through your lower leg here. You may not feel it at first, it may take some time, but I think this one is absolutely worth its weight in gold. So again, you're just trying to relax your ankle joint and sink your knee down toward that toe. Another thing that I often recommend is one of these balls. And so you'll see they're in varied squishiness. This one is quite squishy, this one has a bit of give to it, and this one is quite hard. Hey babe. So you just want to take this ball, and then you'll find the problem areas. Just go lightly, you don't want to bruise yourself with this, but it's just more about kind of breaking up that yucky tissue and just basically giving your lower legs a massage. You'll probably find in these big balls of your gastrocs, they're going to be kind of yucky, so you can really get in there. You can get into this point here. That's often a really gross one for me. I even try to get down a little bit into here because my Achilles get quite tight, especially I've been doing a lot of hills or speed work, and just kind of working your whole way around your lower leg. A lot of people have tightness here in the shins, so this is a really good one just to break it up. You can also take a slightly bigger ball, like a whatever this is called, or a floor hockey ball works as well, and then you can just put it in here and squeeze that, and it'll get right in between the two heads of your gastrocs and give you a nice opening up through there. You can also take the ball, and this is one that a lot of people do, is a lot of your calf muscles, or all your calf muscles really, hook in some way to the bottom of your foot. So you can just roll it around. You can do this sitting, you can do this standing, you might get some nice clinking, but you basically want to work all the way around your foot from the bottom to the front. You can even do it on a bigger ball and just use it more as a stretch. So now you're just stretching out your calf and kind of mobilizing your foot a little, and again, just be really careful with this stuff. You never want to go to the point of pain. Another one that you can do if you have that like front shin problem is just go onto your foam roller, and then just you're going to roll down until you feel a really yucky area, and then you can just move your feet around, and it's amazing what this one does in terms of opening up your shins. So again, just like you did with your upper leg, you're going to go slowly down just in little increments, and then if you find a sticky spot, you're just going to move your ankles around until that releases. You can also turn your feet slightly in or slightly out, and that's going to release in just slightly different ways. I also often use a voodoo band, which is kind of like a an old bicycle tire you just cut open, and I roll that around nice and tight and around my ankle, and then I do different ankle circles and stuff like that. So this can also be quite helpful if you have really sticky Achilles or whatnot, just to release that open. The last thing, I get really puffy calves, and so I have kind of a poor man's set of compression boots. So basically what you do is you just slide these onto your feet, and they've got a little zipper there at the front, zip them up, and then there's just a little controller here that you power up. It fills with air, and so it just squishes everything out of your legs and then releases down, and it goes through several cycles of that, because obviously with the lower leg being so low, your circulatory system has a hard time pumping everything back up. So if you've done a particularly long or arduous workout, these things can be total savers. And that's the lower leg.